Okay, so once you've got all your clips in place and you got your music down, what we're going to do now is we're going to show how to do titling and credits. So what you're first going to do is you're going to do a title, and this is just a commercial, so I'll just say Brown Brothers Ford. So go up here to titles or go up here to title and go new title, and the one you're going to use first is the default still. And so name it a title. So this is Ford title. And you want to kind of name your stuff instead of untitled all the time so you can find it easier. And so it brings up a box that shows that this clip is going to, or this title is going to go over the top of the clip, but you can also have it over black screen. So you just draw a title box like this. And then up here is your fonts, and you can kind of see what they look like. So I'm just going to go with a basic font that's a little thick. So I'll just go Arial Black. And then I'm going to type my title. So Brown, oops, forgot to get out of my title thing. So let's go back to Arial Black and click down here. And now I'm going to go Brown Brothers. Oops, it should be Brown Brothers Ford. And notice it's kind of big, so I'm going to highlight this. And here's how you can change your size. That's the kerning. The size is oh, here it is. So I'm going to go 50% of that. Okay, and maybe a little less. So let's go 40 until I get it in place. Then I'm going to center it. Now it's kind of hard to read here because it's white on, white on white kind of up here. So I could do some stuff. I can move it and so on, but let's see. Here's my title tools. Get my arrow. I'm going to bring this down. I can put it down here below so you can see it better. But since I want it up here, let's say, I'm going to do a style to it. So there's a whole bunch of styles. There we go. So a whole bunch of styles, so I can click on each one of these and find one that makes it easier to read. And so I'll go with this one, and then I can increase the size a little bit. And so that gives me a title. So then when I close this sequence, close the panel, it's not actually on here, but if I go over here, it's in my folder, my bin. So then I just drag it onto where I want it to go, and here's my title.
Hey, BC, you wanted the best way to save.
And I, of course, could shorten it down so it's only on the first clip.
Hey, BC.
And if I go up to Effects and go to Video Transitions and Dissolve and go Cross Dissolve and drag that onto it. And I'll go Cross Dissolve here. So then it'll fade up and fade down.
BC, you wanted the best way to save. You got.
So that's how to do a basic title. Now to do a credit, I'm going to go up here to Titles once again. And this time I'm going to say Default Roll. Roll goes up, crawl goes across. So this is Credits. And I'll say OK. And again, now I'm in my title over black screen. So I'm in my titles again. I'm going to draw a title box here. Oops, got to get my tools. Get my text tool. And I'm going to draw a box from the top to the bottom. And then I'm going to say the end and find a title style that I like. Oops, too big. much time. Here we go. And I'll make this a little smaller. So let's go to 40 and let's center it. And then I go to the end. Then I push return and I say starring and so I'm just putting a bunch of stuff in here. And I'm going to just duplicate this stuff so I can show you some. So I'm going to edit copy, and then I'm going to go edit paste. So I get some credits to roll here, and I'll separate some of this out. Oops, some of this out a little bit. Okay, so there's my credits, and I go ahead and close the panel here. And if I go up here and I drop my credits down here, whoops. I drag my panel. There we go. Couldn't get a hold of it. I drag it down here and play it, it doesn't scroll. So what I have to do is double click on this here, and up in here there's some scroll, roll, crawl options. So I say start off screen, end off screen. And now when I play it,
Vancouver, be there.
okay, now you'll notice that it's kind of fast. If you want to make it slower, you just pull this out. And then, so if you want to make it faster, you just make it smaller. If you want to make it slower, you make it longer. If you want to make it faster, you make it shorter. So you go like that, and then it'll be fast. Okay, so that's how to do titles and credits.